Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it's almost as if we're psychic. It's almost as if we're psychic. We're going to talk about how journalists in 2022 are going to be in a pretty salty mood, I think. It does appear that digital journalism is going to implode this year. We've already seen the first week a whole bunch of sales of different streaming platforms. And we saw at the end of last year, BuzzFeed, it was a catastrophic failure when they went public. And now there's an article out here on The Information, which I do recommend this site, actually. They are ahead of the curve. They're saying that media valuations are sinking and digital media is in for a very, very rough year. That means we're going to have more journalists complaining because they're going to be losing their jobs. They've had years of warning that this was going to happen. But they're still going to complain. It's going to be YouTubers' fault somehow.
Well, beyond the valuations, I can tell you for a fact that the ad rates that are going down the drain, and all the things that you monetize it with are not as, good as they used to be. Yeah,
we've said before that starting in, I think it was August, I want to say August, that we noticed even on the sites, we do own multiple websites under another brand. But we did notice that the ad rates started to go down significantly, and a lot of that has to do with there was an algorithm change in Google, and also they're not using the tracking cookies like they were going to, and it's just everything's changing, and everybody is scrambling, trying to get out, I think, while they can, because the next adpocalypse is happening.
Yeah, and the thing is, these outlets have no one to blame but themselves for this either, because not the money reasons, but like the reason that they're going down in viewership and everything else, it's their own doing, because people are turning against them because they're tired of the narratives.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, other media outlets are on the rise. A lot of video channels are on the rise. Networks are on the rise. But these websites that were all founded on venture capital, and they've been living on venture capital and outrage for 6, 7, 8 years, they're dying. It's over. We're going to talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, over 250,000 subs.
Woo!
Thank you so much for the support. We do talk about, journalism and digital media, because a lot of these websites are the ones that were pushing the anti-fan narratives for years. And we're seeing more and more of them lay people off, implode, get bought up by other groups, and now they're all kind of cannibalizing each other.
Yep.
It's kind of funny to watch, I mean, I feel bad for anybody losing their jobs, but it's so...
Well, it depends. If they want the people out there trying to, push narratives and agenda and bullshit, then, you were warned.
It's kind of like Willy Wonka with Johnny Depp, where he's like, were you one of those candy-stealing cads that tried to, tag my company? No. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, pretty much like that. But we've seen a lot of this, people would call out these journos, and they'd be like, if you tell them to learn the code, if they lose their job, that is considered hate
speech. And they said it was far-right trolls. Yeah, right. Okay.
Far-right.
So I had a lot of people that said that, that weren't Republicans, but okay.
Yeah, learn to code. Actually, I will tell you, coding is a very solid, respectable career choice, and it's not going anywhere. Everything's digital, and you might want to learn to code.
Well, learning to code is a lot harder than what you're doing anyway.
So we had learn to code, and then we had pivot to video. That was another one that was supposedly
Are they trying to say that's hate speech too?
That is also hate speech, yes.
But they're actually pivoting to video.
Yes, but journalists are mad because more media outlets were relying more heavily on video content.
That's because those are the places that the ads actually pay still.
Yes.
That's at the heart of it. That's why.
Yeah.
It's easier to get viral. It's easier to get found, and it's easier to get paid. Those are the reasons why pivot to video was a thing.
And we've seen some of these outlets try to pivot to video, and they failed miserably. The Mary Sue I can think of off the top of my head. They tried to do a talk show or something. They had a whole set.
Did they really?
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Imagine that.
Some of these people just aren't very camera friendly, I guess. They just don't have the charisma to pull off video. Unlike us, we're good looking cartoon people. We don't have any legs either. It's true. So we're just, Anyway.
Plus we're really bouncy.
We are bouncy. Look at us bounce. Look at us go.
Here we go.
Commence the jiggling.
The joke is that all they can see is the avatar. We're actually in our seats right now, bouncing up and down.
We are bouncing.
True story. Anyway.
Yeah, chair's got a lot of give to it. Anyway, so this is coming from The Information. Media valuations sink unless subscriptions are in play. So you go to any news site now, you're going to see one of two things. You're going to see the ad blocker begging widget pop up.
Oh yes, constantly now.
Please, please, please turn the ad blocker off, which it is a problem. I'm going to admit, I actually considered it for our sites because I'm kind of like, shit, we got like 3/4 of the people coming in and have ad blockers, but I'm also like, ads are annoying and, we don't want to drive them away. But then that's also followed with, hey, for, $20 a month, you can subscribe and you can get all the content, so they go behind a paywall. That's what's going on now. They're trying to, get some money that way. And then the other one is like, you go out to the Guardian at the end of every article. It's like, the world needs our kind of journalism because the fascists are trying to take over and we need objective journalism. Please give us money.
You do a little sad song in the background like da da da. For less than a cup of cost of a cup of coffee a day, you can save starving journalists. All the money you donate goes to help the people in charge. I mean, the journalists. Because we need to pay to keep us on. Do you want to tell them that they can't eat this week? Do you? Puppy dog face. The end.
We can't have them become baristas, can we? Yeah, you have to, for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, for the cost of a cup of coffee, you can give them a job. They can work at Starbucks. There you go.
Those people at Starbucks are pretty awesome. But anyway.
Yeah, they are. There are some good Starbucks people. We've had some good experiences with Starbucks people. We've had some other ones that were just complete douchebags. But anyway, media valuations sink unless subscriptions are in play. Digital media firms have largely seen valuations take a hit since their frothy rabid heights years ago.
Well, some of these plummeted considerably.
This needs to be a new show on the CW, Frothy Heights.
Frothy Heights. It's about baristas.
It is. It's a show on the CW about baristas.
Hot baristas.
Hot baristas who have superpowers and a lot of sex.
That's right. And, and a lot of people that are sleeping with,
hot coffee.
Yeah, you have to have and they have to be diverse and identify all different ways.
And they have to do stuff all different ways, too.
That's right.
We'll talk about it.
Frothy Heights.
Frothy Heights. There we go. BuzzFeed. So BuzzFeed, this is peak valuation. This is what BuzzFeed they said was worth, and this is what
they say when, or just that was at their height?
That was at their height. I would say probably
years ago.
Years ago. It's been like 3 or 4 years.
So we're talking years. Okay, some of them stay really close, which is means that they were pretty fair, I think. But the rest of them are like BuzzFeed,
Vice especially.
I know Vice fell off a cliff. Sorry.
Yeah. So the Athletic is
to a nicer group. Anyway,
The Athletic is selling the New York Times for a little more than its last post-money valuation. None of these companies are going up. They're done. Valuations have held up better for subscription-focused businesses like sports news than for broader digital media sector. Because if you stick to sports, you do better. If you go out there and attack fans and give your hot takes and talk about Trump a year after he's been out of office constantly.
Oh my God, you find a way to bring it in. Here, we're going to talk about why Afterlife sucked with the 2016 Ghostbusters and Trump. and you laugh but I'm serious.
The ghost of Trump haunts us like the ghost of Egon Spengler and nostalgia.
So man babies.
Oh my God. Even with advertising sales on the rise and digital media firms seeking other revenue streams like online commerce and film and TV production, analysts from The Information found that valuations for many non-subscription focused companies in particular have been sinking from their frothy heights. So they talked about The Athletic. Several other digital media companies, most notably BuzzFeed and Vice, have seen their valuations drop sharply since 2015, 2016.
So yes, a few years.
Yes, peak outrage days. Against this backdrop, executives are focusing their messaging on their ability to increase profits instead of just top-line revenue growth. For several years, the private markets have been uncomfortable valuing digital media companies based on revenue multiples, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, now they're going to have to, because now that BuzzFeed went and did what they did, it's going to put them all that they're going to be watched like that.
BuzzFeed was one of the biggest. I think the only one bigger was Vice, and BuzzFeed failed spectacularly.
Well, by the looks of that chart, so did Vice.
Yeah, so it's not good. The upcoming merger between Vox and Group 9, they're trying to survive. An all-stock deal. The companies didn't disclose their new valuation.
When it's an all-stock deal, you know it's bad.
They're worth jack shit. Insiders at Vox believe the combined firm could be worth $2 billion. This would be more than...
Insiders at Vox.
At Vox. Vox says it's worth...
Yeah,
My mama says I'm worth $2 billion.
I say I'm worth this. Trust me. Why would I
lie? This would be more than 3 times the combination of what the two companies separately expect to generate revenue.
How does this math work? Wait, how does this math work? Okay, wait a minute.
Journo math.
Wait, hold on. Trust me, insiders at the place that we're talking about think that the combined worth could be more than $2 billion. But that's 3 times more than the combination of what the two companies separately expect to generate.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but they generate that little to begin with. Putting them together isn't going to change anything. You might, I mean, unless they're thinking they're going to get better advertisers because it's like one ad buy across both. But then usually you have to give them a discount. So I'm just like, is this like Common Core?
This is ridiculous. They're all going to merge. So BuzzFeed CEO.
What's that going to turn into?
I don't know. Frothy heights. BuzzFeed CEO Jonah Peretti talked about profitability. Said in addition to his hopes of doing more mergers and acquisitions to bring in revenue, Box and Group 9 are merging. I think what's going to happen to survive, you're only going to have like 2 or 3 of these companies. And they're going to buy up all these blogs.
Well, I guess there's less competition, so there's more, all the advertisers have to go to you. But, I mean, I guess that's what they're thinking. But still.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be like Highlander. There were too many of these websites out there. And the same thing is going to happen with streaming services, too.
Let's take a look again at this chart. Okay, you're talking in these places. We're talking 2015, 2016. This is where they were evaluated then.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is how bad it's gotten. They have plummeted. I mean, Vice, oh my God. Vox, I'll give Vox, though, their peak evaluation and their estimated current actually seems to be about the same. Same for Bustle. I would give it that. You know, they kind of stayed constant. But the other ones all took a hit.
Yeah, and we know companies like Disney and Universal have lost, hundreds of millions of dollars investing in these media outlets because they thought
they could buy the media. I mean, it was a good investment.
Yeah.
Wink.
They honestly thought what was going to happen was that one of these websites, these garbage tier websites, would ultimately become like another NBC or ABC News or something like that.
Yeah.
And
sorry, I'm just rolling my eyes.
It didn't happen. Doesn't matter how many awards they won or whatever. It's not happening. BuzzFeed now is a huge joke. Their stock is in the freaking toilet, and now everybody else is afraid to go public because of BuzzFeed. So good luck with that. Good luck with all that. But you are going to see more journos get laid off. You're going to see them attack YouTubers because there are YouTubers out there making more money than like their entire department themselves. And they're,
And they're mad because they're pivoting to media and learn to code or insults. Like, pivoting to media just simply means that the companies are pivoting to media because that's what the money is. That's all that means.
Yeah. So I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of like, it's so weird now that we're looking at digital media kind of like digital media looked at newspapers and radio. They're like, we're the future. Well, it's like now there's a new future and you're not part of it.
Now they're pissed.
Now they're pissed. There we go, guys. So are we going to wrap this up?
Yeah, I was just sorry. I was trying to think of something with the video killed the radio star. Would it be like video killed the blogging brats? I don't know.
Video killed the blogging brats.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm tired. God. I need coffee. Anyway,
we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.